If you're living in Florida or you're thinking of moving here, most likely you've heard about Florida and the hurricanes. Well, that's what I'm talking about in this video, so you're gonna wanna stick around. Now, not all parts of Florida are created equal when it comes to hurricanes. For example, if you were to live in the Orlando area, you would be less likely to be hit or affected by a hurricane as, say, South Florida. So what I'm going to go over is the hurricanes that have done some of the most damages in top 6 places of Florida. And what I mean by that is a hurricane that was over a category 3 or higher. So let's start off with number 1, Southeast Florida. Southeast Florida is the Miami, Fort Lauderdale area. Southeast Florida is susceptible more to these hurricanes being on the tip of Florida. Even if they don't make a direct landfall, oftentimes they lose their power or they will end up with a lot of heavy rains. And if these hurricanes do hit down there, it usually does substantial damage, such as the Great Miami Hurricane in 1926. That hurricane destroyed thousands of homes and disrupted many, many lives. It caused damage in the billions. Number 2, Key West, Florida and the Keys. Well, that's even a little farther than Miami, as you may or may not be aware of. You're basically on an island, and unfortunately, every time there's a hurricane, you need to evacuate, which can make it a struggle if you plan on working and living there. Because sometimes when these hurricane seasons hit hard, and you got to keep evacuating, it gets costly evacuating, and also you still got to pay your bills and you're not working. That can oftentimes lead to a struggle, not to mention if and when a hurricane does hit landfall, the damage it can do there, such as the Great Hurricane Andrew of 1992. It was the most destructive hurricane to hit Florida of all time until 25 years later when Hurricane Irma came through in 2017. I still remember that hurricane. It was horrific. The lives that were devastated, the damage it did, unbelievable. It was just an insane hurricane, and it hit the South hard. They actually got hit twice, once with Hurricane Andrew, and then 25 years later, which just seems to fly by when you're living down there, I'm sure, and then came along Hurricane Irma. Number 3, Southwest Florida. Southwest is Fort Myers, Naples area. Southwest Florida is often spared some of the worst hurricanes that have come through, except, however, unfortunately, they too did get hit with Hurricane Irma. Again, that was in 2017. Hurricane Irma as a category 4 did tear up quite a bit of South Florida, unfortunately, even the Southwest, including Fort Myers and the Naples area, causing billions and billions of dollars in damage. Number 4 is West Florida. West Florida would consist of the Tampa Bay area, St. Petersburg, and Sarasota, Florida. Now, the Tampa Bay area has been lucky as far as avoiding hurricanes for many, many years. The last one they had, which caused significant damage, the storm peaked to a category 4, causing, again, billions and billions of dollars. But fortunately, that has been the last one, which was in 1926, and I do hope Tampa's good luck continues. Number 5, Central Florida, primarily the Melbourne, Cocoa Beach area, which is a little south of the Daytona Beach area. They are quite susceptible to hurricanes. However, most do not make landfall in the Central Florida area. They will, however, still sometimes cause power outages and tons of rain. Now, Hurricane Charlie was one of the last ones to come through, and it did not make landfall. However, both Hurricane Jean and Hurricane France, both also in 2004, caused more than $2.8 billion in claim payments combined. Number 6, the Florida Panhandle. We're talking about primarily Pensacola and Panama City. Unfortunately, they will get hurricane threats about once every 2 years. Being up there in that little pocket, they're constantly having hurricane threats and evacuation. Unfortunately, some do make landfall. Hurricane Opal in 1995 was one of the worst hurricanes to hit up there in the Panhandle, but nothing compares to Hurricane Michael in 2018, the most powerful on record in the Panhandle. Hurricane Michael made landfall with a Category 5 status, making it U.S.'s strongest storm since Hurricane Andrew ravaged southern Florida in 1992. Have you had any hurricane incidents? Do you live here in Florida and you remember any of these hurricanes? Is there any I missed? Please go ahead and comment below. I would love to have your input and opinion on these hurricanes, as I'm sure others will too. Until next time.